Internal bots, where metal fighting machines made in Gary's mod fight to become the best of the best. Through round-robin heats and a single elimination final, new and veteran teams of internal bots will be pushed to the limit. Their robots are harder, faster, stronger, designed for one thing: total destruction in pursuit of victory. Welcome to Series 2 of Internal Bots. The machines and their builders are back for another series, and this time the field is twice as big as last time, with 16 robots in 4 separate heats. Some of your favourite robots from last time are back, including the reigning champion, Catastrophe, as well as runner-up, Energy. Without further ado, let's meet the robots in our first heat. Catastrophe is back and looking for glory once again. That long heavy blade gives it potency and reach. Will the champion be able to reach for the stars once again? Ghost Shell comes into the competition with a vertical spinner as means of attack. It will hope that this, coupled with its strong front armour, will be enough for glory. Eyesmash's offensive power comes in the form of a large horizontal spinner. This weapon may have the potential for potency, but the machine itself could have issues self-righting. Basically Tombstone is, well, exactly that. This invertible bar spinner will be hoping to slash its way through this heat, with its swift drive also being a strong point. Now that we've met the robots, here is how the tournament will work. Each heat will be in a round-robin format, where everyone fights each other once. The 2 top-scoring robots proceed to the grand final. If there is a tie in the scores, a fight will be done to determine who gets the place in the grand final. The battle rules are simple. Each fight will last up to 3 minutes. Robots can win by pushing the opponents into the pit, flipping them out of the arena, or by rendering them immobile by means of destruction. If the fight goes to 3 minutes, the fight will be ceased and it will go to the judges. The robots won't just have their opponents and the pit to deal with. There is more hazards, including the grill, the floor spikes, and the floor flipper. And the arena just got an upgrade. When robots hit the pit tire, the massive doom dial will either swing left, activating the pit, or swing right, setting the all-new house robot free for 10 seconds to deal unlimited damage. In the arena for every fight, we have the house robot, Trainwreck, weighing in at 340 kilograms, and armed with a powerful drum spinner. You don't want to mess with this house robot. Now, let's get our first battle underway. The champion Catastrophe versus Ghost Shell.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Catastrophe's title defense starts here against Ghost Shell, which looks a handy little machine, but as many machines found out last time, you need more than handy to beat Catastrophe. Already early damage here for Ghost Shell. A little bit of worry there for Catastrophe. The early series nerves, and now Ghost Shell fighting back. Well, many a machine would cower and hide after that early damage, but Ghost Shell trying to work a way back into this fight. Hovering around each other, stands up to that one well. Catastrophe a little bit unnerved. Oh, big hit! And onto its back! Oh, back over! What a moment that was. Catastrophe suddenly on the back foot here. From absolutely nothing, Ghost Shell is hobbling, but is still moving and coming forward. Catastrophe batted aside again. The champion in a bit of trouble. Oh, but there goes the other side panel. Is it just grinding Ghost Shell down here, maybe? Goes towards the doom dial. And down goes the pit. Oh! And maybe down go the chances of Ghost Shell here. With that one broad hit. It's been gutted. The body hanging loosely. And the flailing ghost shell is finished. A brave effort, but an effort in vain as it gets flung. What a sad, tattered remnant. It's time for our next battle between Basically Tombstone and Eyesmash.
3, 2, 1.
So off we go. Basically Tombstone, basically reversing there into Eyesmash and getting in a hit. Trying to tank an early blow at the front and then turning into its opponent. Eyesmash looks an interesting little thing, doesn't it? Early exchange of blows there. Now basically Tombstone basically putting itself into grave danger! And out comes the house robot, absolutely smashing basically Tombstone. And that might basically be it. It's completely done for. Static against the arena wall. Eyesmash not exactly smashing basically Tombstone here while it's static, but it looks like it's done the job. Basically Tombstone's weapon's still spinning, but nothing else is showing any signs of being alive. Again, Eyesmash trying to finish off basically Tombstone for good, but I mean, the electronics don't seem to have held up, but at least the armour is. That's something to take into future fights. And we expect a countdown any moment now, surely. Eyesmash struggled to take off an exposed tyre. That's not the most ringing endorsement for its weapon ever. Still hunting down its opponent in the corner. Its static dead opponent, who's now alive! Goodness me. Well, is it? Maybe one last spurt of life, but that's about it. It's back to its dormant state and now being flung up. What on earth is basically Tombstone doing? Down goes the pit. It is back alive, you know. But for how much longer? What a strange, strange fight. Just under a minute to play. And we are still going, though basically Tombstone now seems to have lost drive on one side. That right-hand tyre frozen, hanging around the flame pit. It's tried to heat itself up the whole fight, but just has not got going. More punishment from the house robot. And is it now done for good? It's finally ground to a halt here. Just 20 seconds remaining. Even if it does have one more spurt, surely it can't come back. And there is the spurt. Well, of course. This is basically Tombstone basically taking the mickey at this point. It's running out of time though. 5 seconds remain. Up it goes again. And surely this is Eyesmash's fight. There it is. Cease called. As we know, it went to the judges and they awarded the win to Eyesmash. Now let's move on to our next match between Eyesmash and Ghost Shell.
Stand by. Three, two, one. Activate.
It's time for Ghost Shell and Eyesmash. Very interesting matchup here in this spinner-heavy heat. There's Ghost Shell clipping underneath Eyesmash, and now they're going for a little dance together inside that unoccupied CPZ. Certainly occupying each other's personal space here. Eyesmash struggling to get that weapon moving at all. But Ghost Shell not exactly looking like it's going to connect with an attack either. Tentative start. That's a better attack. Now we're waiting for a moment. A moment of decisiveness. A moment of deliberation. As Ghost Shell knocks Eyesmash upwards. Again, both looking for these little niggly hits. Ghost Shell decides to go for the Doom Dial, and out surges the house robot. And Ghost Shell has felt the effect of that. And now what can it do? Desperately trying to knock itself back over, and this is a chance here for Eyesmash to come in while it's overturned. Ghost Shell in danger and seemingly incapable of self-righting. Just clipping itself towards the arena wall. Finally over. Well, on top of Eyesmash now. What a curious fight. Eyesmash trying to waste a bit of time. Getting that spinner up to speed again. Ghost Shell seems very slow on the turn. Up front, holding up well. Are we going to see a moment of decision? A moment of decisiveness? We will if it gets near the house robot. Just over a minute to play here. Now it's Eyesmash's turn for the Doom Dial. It's the pit that goes down. Will we see some late drama? It's very, very tight. Oh, near the arena spikes. And Ghost Shell was temporarily impaled there. But it might have just got the moment. Eyesmash is overturned. Ghost Shell victorious. The spin. And Eyesmash spinning as well in an attempt, surely in vain, to self-right. Can it do something here miraculous? There we have it. Ghost Shell taking the win right near the end. It's time for Catastrophe versus Eyesmash.
Roboteers, stand by. Three, two, one. Activate.
Eyesmash's turn to face the champion. And look at it already on the back foot. Worry. And that's not the most encouraging start. Oh, goodness me. It really does send shivers down the spine, does Catastrophe. Can Eyesmash do the impossible here? Or will Catastrophe do what it always does? Knocked backwards. Catastrophe always having that reach on the bar. And Eyesmash has taken a lot of early hits here. Body is standing up to them mostly, but the spinner itself is really sluggish. Back up to speed now, but it was static. And Catastrophe came in and has absolutely blown it away. Again, you just wait for the moment. The moment comes, the damage comes, the win comes for Catastrophe, as always. Eyesmash wrecked, and there's more punishment here for it too. Goodness me, this champion proving why. It is absolutely frightening! And there go the rest of it. I didn't think there was anything left of Eyesmash anyway. But if there was, there it goes. Oh dear. It is a literal circle left of that machine now. And Catastrophe again, strolling to victory. It's time for a battle of the horizontals between Basically Tombstone and Catastrophe.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, three machines tasked with attempting to take down the champion here. Can Basically Tombstone try and halt the surges of Catastrophe? A couple of good early exchanges there between the two weapons. Basically Tombstone coming in with a surge. Machine's holding up well in the opening 30 seconds here. Always know though that Catastrophe, you can hold up for it for so long, but one mistake, one moment, you expose yourself like that and you can be punished, and suddenly Basically Tombstone is on the back foot here. Still holding up well, but the range on Catastrophe's bar here is stopping Basically Tombstone getting towards the champion's body here, really. And has Basically Tombstone's weapon now stopped? Trying to get going again, but Catastrophe with a rally now. Getting stronger as this fight goes on. again trying to get in at close quarters, but it seems when they have these head-to-head blows, Catastrophe then holds strong and comes in with a side attack! Well, it's an obliteration of that right tyre. Basically Tombstone shuffling, hobbling, limping, surely losing. Oh, losing in style! Well, there you have it. Catastrophe always living up to its name. And what was a hard-fought, valiant effort from basically Tombstone. There's nothing left.
Cease.
After winning that match through pure destruction, Catastrophe is now moving on to the grand final. Let's get our final round robin match underway between basically Tombstone and Ghost Shell. If Ghost Shell wins this, it will move on to the grand final alongside Catastrophe, but if basically Tombstone pulls it out of the bag, a three-way tiebreaker match will be held to see who gets put into the grand final.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Two machines looking to get more points on the board here. This round robin setup as we have it. Catastrophe, always the favourite for this heat. Oh, big early attack here in this one from Ghost Shell. It's basically Tombstone attempts to get round to those more vulnerable side pods. Ghost Shell very much a strong at the head robot with that vertical spinner and the really resolute front plate, which has knocked basically Tombstone into the CPZ and now up. Oh, but that's a big response. Basically Tombstone carving damage from nowhere. And Ghost Shell, yeah, you can see the damage. It's not the most mobile of machines, Ghost Shell. And certainly did suffer damage from exposing itself in this case. Oh! And more! Well, it started so strongly here, Ghost Shell, but basically Tombstone has really come back into it now and is well on top. For damage, down goes the pit. Ghost Shell trying to fight back, but look at it. It's being worn down here. Basically Tombstone over the flame pit they go. Another clip to that vulnerable, exposed now left wheel. Basically Tombstone batted backwards that time, and again, and now over the arena spikes near the house robot. And with just over a minute to play here, it's been a real good back and forth scrap. Can Ghost Shell inflict some major damage? Well, it will do it to itself near the pit. Goodness me, basically Tombstone wants to throw this one away. Oh! Or was it just lulling it in? Ghost Shell being derobed. And now they're near this pit again. 40 seconds. That's all. That's a good attack from Ghost Shell, attacking the underplate. Oh! Well, I don't think it's going to attack anything now. The left tyre goes. Oh, it just crept into the CPZ and that might do it. That might do it. They're still fighting back. I don't know how. But as this battle has gone on, Ghost Shell has lost more and more vital pieces. And the time is ticking down. Back into the CPZ. I think it's going to limp its way to a judge's decision. It has. Applause for that. But not much more, surely. Catastrophe is moving on to the final, but our three other robots have tied on scores, so it's time for the tiebreaker match between basically Tombstone, Eyesmash and Ghost Shell.
Roboteers, stand by. 3, 2, 1. Activate.
Well, the champion has done its job. Now, who can take the second spot out of these three plucky ones? The pit down in the opening moments. Will anybody succumb to that? Eyesmash. Oh! Well, what's happened there? Oh, okay. Just a temporary issue there for Eyesmash. As the three spinners exchange blows! Ghost Shell. Don't get too near that pit, son. Oh! Or the arena spikes. Not the most intelligent thing to do. And not for the first time in this heat, Ghost Shell is going to have to clip itself back over. It can't do it. And basically Tombstone trying to take advantage. Eyesmash just hovering around as it does. Certainly one of the less damaging robots in this heat. Ghost Shell, look at it. It's just desperately trying to flick itself over and has just been spun away from the pit. Goodness me. Well, Ghost Shell, whoa, that nearly hit me. The vertical spinner looks to be out of it. How much longer? No, it's back. Because everything in this heat seems to come back from the dead. Basically, Tombstone well on top, though, at the moment. Eyesmash just hovering around everywhere. And evidently senses the danger of the pit and gets it back up. Ghost Shell trying to work its way back into the fight. Just over a minute left. Basically, Tombstone racking up the most points so far. Slashing away again at Ghost Shell. Darting well into the distance there. Just lets the other two deal out some blows for a little bit. Comes back in itself. Ghost Shell really on Eyesmash's case here. And the two have teamed up against it. And that might be Eyesmash done for. We saw it earlier in the heat. And it was overturned. It was over and out. Surely that spinner is not going to get it back over. As the pit goes down again. Well, it's been a fantastic fight. The tiebreaker fight. Will hearts be broken here in the late stages? Danger! Danger! Spinning! Down! That's an incredible fight back from Ghost Shell. Basically, Tombstone was well on top, but Ghost Shell, the limping Ghost Shell, has come through incredibly as Eyesmash does what it always does. So, our first heat has come to an end. Last tournament's champion Catastrophe is moving on to the grand final alongside Ghost Shell. We hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching, and good night.